the developers have already announced what will be in the next update for Guard. Cooking will be added, and finally, trades as well. And today I'll break down and show you the details of this new update. And guys, at the time of recording this video, we don't have any official information right here specifically. So for now, let's go to this. Here's the update. It will just say that there will be a completely new and awesome update here as usual. But dear friends, I found information, a lot of information. So let's get to it and take a look. So guys, here we have Jandel. I translated his video and let's see what he has to say to us now.
Hello everyone guys, it's me Jandel. This week, the community voted for an update dedicated to cooking. We're very excited, thank you for all your support.
Ooh.
That means now you can mix different ingredients to cook for a very hungry pig. And when you feed this pig...
Did you get it, guys? So we're getting a cooking update. What does that mean? First of all, it means that most likely, Zen event actually, not even most likely, but for sure they will remove it. Well, yeah, this is already the Zen event. There have already been 2 whole parts. So guys, we're just waiting for it to be removed, this Zhang Dale, because honestly, I'm already getting a bit tired of it. It's not that I'm fed up, but I just didn't really like the theme, especially the second part. It's not really clear what's going on. It's kind of complicated there, to be honest, especially farming here. It's not bad here. You can farm some decent chests here, but okay, that's not the point. The point is, guys, Zhang Dale said that the community has voted. What does that mean? And now the community has the right to vote, and I'll show you in more detail how this works now. I'll explain. So here there's a channel called Announcements and Memes, meaning some important announcements. And here there's a poll with several answer options. Specifically, well, first of all, it says which event it is. And here people voted either for the band table event, the key event, meaning the Baba update, or the event Baben. Don't think that it's just like you'll be given band table seeds and you'll be against it in the event. Though that's not how it works. There are cooking events going on, and most people voted for the cooking event. Honestly, I didn't have time to vote or contribute, but in any case, the cooking event was chosen. I would have voted for this event anyway, because it already sounds interesting. Ideas for events this week: vote for the event you want to see in the future. The beanstalk event. Every hour, all players on the server turn fruit into fertilizer to grow a magical beanstalk. The beanstalk will keep growing higher and higher, reaching the sky herd of giants. All the giants will give players unique rewards. I'm telling you now about an event that won't be released, but just so you more or less understand what you missed out on. But honestly, I don't really know what you missed, to be honest. The event itself is nothing special. The mechanics are cool, of course, and the developers are trying to come up with something original. In the end, people chose the one which is, let's say, kind of similar to the harvest event we had in the summer. Well, that summer harvest event, I don't know. Anyway, guys, let's go and see what exactly we'll have in our update, in our event, which will be added literally this Saturday. A culinary event. In the center of the map, there's a cooking pot. Add various fruits and vegetables to it to cook dishes of different quality. Get acquainted with the best recipes to satisfy the piglet, who will receive more rewards depending on what dish you prepare for him. And honestly, guys, I'm shocked. The event actually seems pretty cool. But it all depends on how the developers implement this element, to be honest. And they've prepared a small prototype and not a big update prototype, guys. I'll hop into Roblox Studio in an hour and show you to your friends. Here I am in Roblox Studio. I've built a small ladle here, kind of like a cauldron, let's say, where you can put fruits, guys. And let's imagine a situation where I have fruits in my hands. Here we have a pig, and maybe we'll be able to talk to this pig. There might be dialogues and things like that. We'll be able to look at recipes. So I haven't actually done this yet, but I'm just telling you that yes, you can probably check out recipes with the pig. And for example, to make carrot soup, you'll need, say, 3 carrots. And well, what else do you need for soup? Well, let's say maybe also some potatoes. Well, we don't have any potatoes, but let's imagine that we add, for example, 3 carrots and something else. For example, 1 tuber. If we put these 3 ingredients into the pot, something interesting will happen. Imagine we've added them and we press the button and it starts, for example, a timer, some kind of timer that will be cooking for us, guys. And during this time, so for example, if a minute passes, I don't know. It depends on everyone. Maybe they set it for half an hour, maybe for an hour. I just decided to set it for a minute for testing, and let's see what might happen. And so, dear friends, we've ended up with this kind of pile eggs with strawberry and carrot. Apparently, well, not bad actually. Let me show you. In general, what different kinds of dishes there could be. Maybe this will actually make it into the game. So right now, I'm just showing you a concept. This isn't an actual update. It's just a concept. So I just recreated what, based on the description, we might have. And these are the kinds of dishes we could have. For example, fries like this. Some piece of watermelon, although we already have watermelon growing. Well, okay. A cheburek, a pie. What is that? A donut, pizza, a slice of pizza, a taco. I'm not sure if that's a croissant or a pastry. And here we end up with a cake, sushi, shawarma, some small chips, fish. Yeah, okay, adding fish, wow, a steak. But I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a steak or not. A cookie, and then we get something like shashlik. That's shashlik. Well, it could be like this, or maybe it could be done differently to make it healthier or not. I was just trying to make it more like fast food, more of a junk food vibe, but this is how it all turned out. This is roughly what the update might look like, but of course it will be much bigger, much higher quality, more detailed and so on. Guys, do you know why this update will be considered the coolest, the biggest and so on? Because we're finally getting raids, guys. Yes, in previous videos I mentioned that we might be getting raids as early as next week. But guys, the developers kept postponing and postponing. I keep saying it, they kept postponing, and in the end we waited until this moment. Finally, the developers admitted that in this update we will have raids. What does that mean? First of all, they admitted this back when there was an event with those American football players. I already forgot his name. And secondly, now let's watch TikTok and you'll see for yourselves. Guys, here we have some comments. Why didn't you explicitly mention in the very last update that you would indeed be adding a comprehensive trading system? So basically this absolutely means that it should actually happen this upcoming week. Yeah, and everyone continuously keeps asking when, and it's precisely at this exact moment that we are finally addressing it. It's specifically this week that Jandela answered this question. So that's already a hint that it's going to happen, and Jandela himself wrote about it. He said that the trading system will be added this week or next week, but next week is actually this week for us right now. So guys, let's wait for trading. Finally, we'll have fewer scammers. We'll be able to transfer pets in a normal way, trade and so on. Let me show you more or less what the trade menu will look like. Here's a small concept made by a player. Just some random player decided to make a concept. This is more or less how it will look, but don't expect that you'll be able to transfer money. I think that will be completely impossible. So basically we can only transfer pets and fruits. That's it. Those are all the restrictions we have. Actually, you can transfer all items, guys. You think that's all? No, there's more, guys. There's a lot of information, for example, information about the fact that we'll have an event and also an opening. And as they say, admin abuse will bring completely new events. At least one new type will be added. But also, someone says a secret person, a secret agent tells us that there might actually be 2 new events. And if that really happens, then it will be a small one. I'm talking about cool events that are triggered specifically by the admin. But before the update, an hour before the update, guys, by the way, let me tell you what you need to do so you don't miss it. Just a quick tip so you don't miss out, guys. A lot of people, many people just missed the event. They didn't know about it. Some lost their internet connection. Some just forgot. And some simply didn't have the opportunity. For example, some of my friends just honestly forgot about the event. So here's my advice to you. I recommend setting alarms or reminders in your calendars or on your phones right now so you don't forget an hour before the update. You absolutely have to be there because things get really intense during those moments. So guys, we've collected so many pine cones, so many prismatics since the last update. By the way, I want to mention that when you see this item appear and it says that some item was a leaf, specifically the leaf, but if you didn't log into the game in time, that leaf won't be there because it's generated just for you. If you were already on the server, this item will appear. If you weren't, you won't have it. So for example, if someone was on the server and a prismatic was given out, they'll be able to buy it. But if you only logged in after the leaf appeared, you won't have it. That's just how it is. See, you really need to be there and check it out to make sure everything works out for you. So bro, I don't know, you can subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting the most exclusive prismatics there. And I'll also be posting the most exclusive items right before the update. So overall, it's actually not bad. Let's watch another TikTok from Jandel, which to be honest, I haven't even seen yet. Alright guys, let's watch. There won't really be anything particularly clear or easily discernible here, my friends. What exactly does this truly signify? What kind of specific method is this, and what is the actual deal or underlying principle behind it? I must confess, I have absolutely no comprehensive idea or understanding whatsoever regarding the method at all. The translator rendered it in that particular way, but in reality, it is much more accurately described as a mechanical process. He meant the mechanics about new methods, like creating something, maybe new crafting options will appear, maybe something will be done differently. Basically, we'll get some kind of new mechanic, and I think it will be somewhat equivalent to bat mutations. So maybe it will somehow allow us to, for example, a fruit that we've already collected. Like for instance, I have some kind of fruit. I could, for example, mutate it as well in some kind of machine that would be located here. That would be pretty cool, but I doubt they'll actually add that, as I said. But still, it's good, quite decent. All right, I even forgot to mention, I just want to draw a small analogy. Again, going back to the culinary event. So it's possible and most likely it will be similar to crafting, meaning we'll look at recipes here and put in what we need. So guys, that's probably how it's going to be. That is, we'll look at recipes and put things in here to get some kind of food. And with this food, either we'll be giving it to the pig, most likely, yes. But it would be cool if there was some food that dropped specifically for the pets so that we could activate some kind of special boost for them so they would grow faster, gain experience, or on the contrary, eat something for a passive effect. It would be pretty cool to see something like that too. Well guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some, let's say, TikToks, but these are TikToks of update concepts. So, dear friends, a new update. Some guys posted a video literally 18 hours ago. Let's watch. And this, guys, is mail, so mail could actually be added. A lot of people are talking about it. The concepts were specifically related to mail, and I think it would actually be pretty cool. I would give things away to you. I would do streams and send you stuff through the mail. It would all be cool, and it would be easier for me to give you these pets as prizes. By the way, I want to show you a TikTok right now that's not related to the update, but this pet actually exists in the game, just so you know. So this pet is an admin pet, the Jandel pet, and its main feature is that once every certain amount of time, once every 23 seconds, it applies to a nearby fruit, absolutely every mutation that exists in the game. That's why it's called the Jandel monkey, meaning it's Jandel's monkey. So it turns out this is an admin pet that in fact can only be obtained either by an official YouTuber or by the developers themselves or testers. Maybe even here, a fake Jandel account is showing us what raids will look like. By the way, guys, about fake Jandels, don't trust the fakes, because the real Jandel will be called Jandel Herbal X. And he doesn't have anything else there, so usually the name is Jandel, but don't pay attention to the name. You need to check the user tag specifically, because it could be fake information. Like I said, it might be fake. Maybe it won't look like that, but it would be cool if it did look like that, Sivan. So it actually looks pretty good, and there's even a chat there. Having that inside the trade would also be nice to see. So this is how someone is showing it, some kind of black markets. The guys are condemning it. I condemn it too, but it would actually be pretty cool, like with the whale plants. But honestly, I wouldn't want it to just be a merchant from merchant added in like that. A couple of seeds like that and an egg would be pretty cool, but as for it being an event, I'm not sure. Honestly, this is already some kind of new rarity, something new, wow, guys. Now, let's move on. Let's see what the players are suggesting, what concepts they're showing us. So now we're gonna check out some players on TikTok. Mostly, I just want to show you pictures, concepts, what could possibly be added to Garden of Banban in theory. For example, they could add an egg like this. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. Everything here is hand drawn, meaning the players themselves drew this. I'm amazed. A bat could come out of it, by the way. It would actually be cool to see this egg specifically for Halloween, because Halloween is a great holiday, especially for Americans. It's really for Americans. Must have. And besides, they might even make several parts for the Halloween update, because it really is a great holiday. He is a dark little fox. Just look at it. A foxwell, in my opinion, it does look like a fox. Here's a frog like this. Honestly, this frog looks like the one from Minecraft, although any pixelated frog does, like this one. In terms of style, it looks like the Minecraft one. I don't even know what kind of pet this is. It's really unclear what it's supposed to be. It's kind of half raccoon, half fox, something like that. By looking at the body, specifically the color of the body, it kind of looks like a redhead, although it actually looks more like a bear, right? But here, the face really looks like a raccoon, some kind of mantis or something, but it has 6 legs in total, so it's some kind of insect that also has wings, but I don't really understand what it is, but it actually looks pretty cool too. By the way, someone here suggests adding a feature so that if you accidentally sell something, you can buy it back. So yeah, there are situations where you really do sell your rarest items, you sell your entire inventory, and maybe you didn't have something, or it wasn't activated, or you didn't manage to add it, or just forgot. It would be cool to see something like that, just so the menu would pop up for you. You could buy it back for the same price. This fruit, or maybe even a bit more expensive, they could make it so you have to pay 10% more to buy it back. Like, well, what's wrong with that? You started it yourself, so go ahead and fix it. This is being suggested as a 5th section, meaning I want to get my items back. That's how it's being put. Just take a look at it. Okay, maybe it doesn't look that cool from the back, but from the front, when you're flying, it really looks like some kind of phoenix or whatever kind of pet it is. It's actually pretty cool. And I didn't expect that it was there. It was added. But I think it's set for every few minutes, like every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes. If it added the Phoenix mutation, that would be pretty cool. For example, this mutation could give you X10, or say if you take X, for example, 50, then let there be some chance for this mutation to drop. It would be cool to see an event like that too. I've said it so many times already, it would be cool to see a pond like that where we could get a fishing rod, for example, from this fisherman. And we could fish right here somewhere, just sit and fish, and we'd catch some kind of eggs here, which we would then use to hatch this fish. That would actually be a pretty cool concept. So we would actually get fishing rods here, and like really, we could farm pretty hard. And this is how it would look from all the heights from a bird's eye view. Though here there are some palm trees planted and it kind of looks like the sea. But it would also be cool to have a map like that, so we're not just flying in the air. Here, finally, there would be at least a small sea in honor of, well, at least the propeller, and that would really be OP. It really annoys me to constantly have to unequip pets, keep looking for them in my inventory, keep equipping them, and then doing it all over again. Also, for example, if I want to open an egg, I have to equip a different pet that increases the chances or does something related to eggs. Or when I'm doing something with crafting, I equip the dinosaur and I have to unequip all my pets and equip the dinosaurs to increase the chance of duplicating an item. And it's honestly really annoying. Here, you can just go and make your own team. You can create several teams and you can edit them, you can load them for yourself. And you can easily do it all with just one button. That's honestly a really cool feature. I don't know what it is, but the tree really looks powerful. I'd love for them to add it because it really does look beautiful. Oh my god, that's actually a tentacle. Yeah, that's definitely an imaginary plant. Yeah, we've already got a bunch of imaginary plants, but damn, it does look cool. Developers, please add it, please. That's a personal request from me. Well, basically guys, thanks for watching this video. I've pretty much told you everything I wanted to in this video. So guys, thanks again for watching. Good luck to everyone and bye bye.